Today I want to talk about what makes me an American, what I believe in, and what has shaped my life. I am an American because of where I grew up, of the lessons I learned from the culture, from all the way from reading comic books. Captain America, he's the reason I joined the Marines, to movies, to see the hero always winning, always standing up for what was right. From politicians, American politicians like JFK, that one of our greatest presidents, and everything that he did for this nation, and how he always saw us together as a nation to be great together. He didn't care about your skin tone. He didn't care about your religion. He cared, I think, about America for what we were, a union of mixed individuals come together for a greater purpose. Martin Luther King, that I mean, can't get any more American than that. Julio Cesar Chavez, that stood up for the Hispanics during the 70s. I grew up with all this, and all this shaped me as a child. I was born in 74. All my formative years were in the early 80s, and that's where all my ideas, that's my devil dog, by the way, all my ideas come from there. That's what shaped me as a person. Growing up and watching my mother work every day, 2 jobs to get us something to eat, and always saying that she didn't want no handouts. She wanted to work for everything. I feel I'm an American for the place I grew up in Echo Park. The schools I went to, Logan Elementary, Belmont High School. The places I used to hang out in, Hollywood, Sunset, Santa Monica, when I would ditch school and go hang out at the beach, because it was the most peaceful place I ever been. Venice Beach, it was craziness every day. And then as I joined the Marines and traveled around the world, around the U.S., I went to work in all over the country. I went to Colorado, Kansas, Florida, all places in the country, and it got me in touch with all the different sections of the population of the U.S., different subgroups of culture within the U.S., and they're going at it. So, but everywhere I went, we were all welcome. Everybody was American, and that's what it shapes me today. My culture. This is a continuation because I had to put Gorda away. She was barking too much. So, continuing with what makes me an American. I grew up with the culture, the land. That's what installed that sense of union to the country. I grew up with pop culture, music, Metallica, AC/DC, NWA. I'm from LA, so couldn't miss that. Some Tupac, MC Hammer, who can touch this. Everybody knows. It's what little pieces of everything makes me an American. Every little experience growing up is what made me an American. It's something that I am inside my heart, in my mind, and it's not a paper. Being an American is not a paper. Being whatever you are, if you're European, if you're Italian because of what you grew up with what you have in your heart, not because they say you're Italian. Like I am who I am, and I believe in what I believe. I can't really consciously say that I choose to be an American. It's just something that you grew into. It's like it's an idea being an American is an idea, and ideas are not deportable. Ideas cannot be killed. There's something fundamentally wrong with veterans being being deported. I can't wrap my mind around it. How can they tell us that we're good enough to die for our country, but we're not good enough to live in it? That to me is something that I don't understand. I don't understand how the politicians can excuse themselves in that sense and say that we're not American. We were American when we were wearing that uniform. We were American when we were shedding our blood for America's wars. And the ironic part is that we're going to be Americans when we die, because they're going to wrap a flag over our coffin, and we're entitled to an American burial and an American cemetery. So we can be deported and we cannot live here, but it's okay to die, and we'll put you in a hole in America, which, it's kind of a little bit too late to bring us home. We need to be brought back home now, today, while they're still living, while there's still our family members around to enjoy that family unity that we had in the service. That's one of the reasons that everybody's banding together, whether it's 1 or 500 or 1,000 deported soldiers. It makes no difference. One deported soldier is one too many. And if you see nothing wrong with what is going on, if you are not aware of this going on, if you think that what is being done to veterans and deporting them, there's no problem with that, they must have done something, then go ahead, keep on living your life. But if you're like me, if you're an American at heart, and you're not a Republican, you're not a Democrat, you're not on any affiliation but what is an American and what common sense tells you to do. Common sense tells me that an American soldier is an American. We swore our allegiance to this country, and we denounced our allegiance to any other country when we swore it in to protect this country. So if you don't see anything wrong with that, I guess, well, keep on doing what you're doing. But if you see what I see, and if you feel what I feel, please spread the word. Go to this page, go to the pages of my fellow banished veterans, deported veterans, and like their page. Share their comments, share their page with all your friends. It doesn't matter if they don't look at it, but every time that we put a message up, it's going to pop up. And whether they erase it or they ignore it, it doesn't matter. That message is going to be going. It's going to be continuous. It's going to be an ongoing thing until everybody's back home with their families. And if anything ever were to happen to me, well, it's still going to go on. I mean, like I said, an ideal, you cannot deport an idea. And the idea that we're all Americans, that we serve an idea, you cannot kill that. You cannot deport it. Please share this video, and so we'll continue to go fight any length. We'll try to lobby all the politicians that are gonna be able to step up and do the right thing. So later on, I'm gonna be going to the strip. I'm gonna be asking questions to regular Americans, and I'll be posting that up next time I come around. And please share. Peace out.